A Nation around the horn. We're back with Rayanne. And Rayanne, before we get to your main topic, quick question. I got my hand slapped by the banker the other day for the first round of the PPP funds. There's a deadline coming up. So Jenny and I have made an appointment and we're going to complete the paperwork. And we've had that talk. We've had that talk in prior podcast with you. Just got to do it. What is the story on the deadline? When is it? It's pretty important not to miss that deadline.
It is pretty important not to miss that deadline, because if you have any hope of getting that PPP loan forgiven, you've got to get it into the bank. And I think that the deadline is sometime in the fall, and I'm not sure the exact date. It's either September 30th or October 31st, somewhere in that range. But no matter what, Harry, listen to your banker. Don't wait. Do it now, because if you put it off now, before, tomorrow's going to be August 30th, and then the day after that is going to be Thanksgiving. So, just get the paperwork done, and besides, you want to make sure that your payroll service can actually, still produce those reports. And the longer you wait, the more likely the payroll service is going to be to yank those reports from your availability. So just get it done. It really doesn't take that long. You'll see. Once you get in there, you can be like, what was I procrastinating for?
I know.
So.
I know. I have blind spots, so thank goodness Jenny's right there by my side to work with me in this kind of stuff.
Thank goodness for Jenny.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking ARPA, so main topic: what is ARPA? What's going on?
Okay, so back in the CARES Act in 2020, there was something created called the Employee Retention Credit, and so few people qualified for it that it didn't make huge headlines. Everybody was all about the EIDL and the PPP loans, so the Employee Retention Credits didn't get a whole lot of press, but the ARPA Act, which was the American Rescue Plan Act that was passed in March of 21, just this past March. What that did was that expanded the employee retention credit. Now listen to this, Harry, because this is really important. In 2020, you could have gotten a maximum of $5,000 credit per employee for the whole year. But in 21, what they did was they expanded it. At first, it was expanded through the end of June of 21, but now ARPA expanded it all the way through the end of December of 21. Okay. And so what you can do is, so you have to have a decline in gross receipts from 1 year over the next or 1 quarter over the next. So you actually have alternate quarters that you can use. So whether it's 1 year over the next or 1 quarter over the previous, there's got to be a reduction in your wages or in your gross revenue.
Correct.
And then your wages start to qualify. And so now you can qualify for up to $10,000 of wages, 70% of $10,000 of wages per employee per quarter. So that's $7,000 per employee per quarter, direct cash into your bank account. And so that means that you can get up to $28,000 per employee for the entire year of 2021. And if you also qualified in 2020 and could maximize the $5,000, now we're talking about an extra $5,000. So if you've heard on the news, hey, this employee retention credit can get you up to $33,000, that's what they're talking about. 28 for 21 and 5,000 for 2020. And so, what do you do? What do you need to do in order to claim this credit? So you can get the credit in advance by filing Form 7200. You can claim the credit on your 941. And however, let me tell you what I'm running into more than anything else is that people don't even know that their revenue dropped far enough to claim that credit until long after that quarter's closed. So we're finding ourselves amending Forms 941 to get those credits, and the IRS is paying. So go to your payroll service, and if they are not helpful, then go to your accountant. and ask your accountant to help you, manually calculate these credits and get that money back. Because whatever you're going to pay your accountant, it's not going to come anywhere close to the amount of cash you're going to get in return.
No, I like it. No, you always come prepared with really good stuff. Where can people learn more of your about you? Shout out to you. Where can they find you?
Oh, thank you. So you can find me at abcsolutionsfl.com. So that's abcsolutionsfl, like Florida.com. And go to my resources page, because there's going to be, you're going to find a lot of useful information in the resources page. And one of them is going to be all about this credit. So, step over there, go to the services and then the resources page, and that's where you'll find us.
All righty. And in our rehearsal, you were talking about you're on the docket for some events now. ASCII Group, is that an ongoing commitment with their tour? Are you a speaker?
Not this year, no. I was a speaker a couple of years ago, and I was doing the whole ASCII circuit. This week, I'm heading up to ASCII, and I'm just a regular attendee.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yep. Taking advantage of the opportunity to, it's my first foray back out there in the world. And, so I am looking forward to seeing some old friends, that are members, and also the vendors. I really built some great relationships with some of the vendors when I was on the speaking circuit.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll talk to you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Harry. Bye.